There's a couple different things that really define the face structure of a 3D anime model that basically create the look that you would see in 3D. These are the ones that I mean. We have the nose bridge, we have the eyes, of course, we have the jaw, we have the other side, so the silhouette of the face from the other side that is further away from the camera, and then we also have the mouth. These are the main features that will define what the face looks like from all angles. Usually if you 3D model your character, it's easy to make him look good from the front and from the side. The difficulty then is getting the side view, like 3/4 view, for example, right? This view. Usually, actually, as a quick tip, you don't really want to do this for your anime characters, because if you ever see anime characters looking up, usually their jaw just extends to hide the lower part of their jaw. Except for front and side view gives you a few problems that they have developed some tips for, or some anatomy things that I want to show you. The first one is just that you want to make the anime face a bit flatter than you might want to make a realistic face. So like if you want to create like a Pixar style, it would be different than this. Like look how there's like this clear distinction between face and the rest of head. There's this very clear very clear distinction between them. And the reason why it is that way, and you can look at the faces right here, like especially this edge right here, and then going around to the other side too. The reason why it looks like that is because with this more distinct edge that surrounds the face, you can kind of design the silhouette of the character a lot more. If the edge right here is facing away from the camera, it creates the silhouette for the face. But if it then is facing the camera, it creates the nice edge here for the shadow. And this is especially useful for normal editing, which we're going to get to later. But for now, just keep in mind that having like this frame around the face, which kind of encapsulates, you know, the face itself, is very useful for defining the silhouette of the face, like this. Another thing that is very important, like look how the lips change. Jesus, look how the lips change when I move further to the side. See how the corner of the mouth kind of at some point hides behind the side, or like the middle of the mouth, and that is because the lips are actually much pointier than you would see in real life. This deepness creates a more 2D looking lip shape. You can see it, for example, in the presentation right here. If the mouth is flatter, it creates a more like off-center mouth. See how the mouth shape changes from a 3/4 view, from this to this. Now the lips are much flatter, but see how the outer corner of the mouth is much further and closer to the outer silhouette than this. And this creates a much more like off-center look. Look how off-center this looks now. Like the lips are much more like to the right of the nose, weirdly. But when you bring it back out, you create a much more natural and 2D looking shape. So when you're creating your mouth shape, or your mouth, for example, for your characters, keep in mind to make them just a little bit more pointy, and it creates a much more 2D looking shape to them. And especially when you rotate around them, it'll look much better. Another important one, another feature that you always need to be aware of, is this line right here. This line going from the brow to the nose and then back to the other brow. This kind of V shape is very important for the nose silhouette, especially from like a 3/4 view. Making this shape very pronounced gives you a very nice edge following this way. Like see how if it is very pronounced like here, see how quickly the line art appears and defines the nose very clearly. By creating this a very distinct edge line right here, you can make sure that the edges then, or that the line art then creates this very clear nose, which, you know, you usually would see in 2D anime. So we want to make sure that we get that in 3D anime too. Let's say this is an eye, right? We insert this and this is the eye opening. The normal human eye shape would be something like this, where the eyeball, right, is right in the middle. So it creates this kind of like U shape looking from the top, or I guess reverse U shape looking from the bottom. And if you do that for anime, something that happens is that you lose the inner edge of the eye. But in anime, usually when you draw it, you can oftentimes still see that. Or at least you can use the inner eye corner to create the sort of cornea of the eye. So what you want to do is you don't want to just like do a shape like this. What you actually want to do is not move the inner part further back. You only really want to move the outer part back, which then if you do this, looks like this. So it creates like this L shape. And then when you look from the side, all of a sudden, the inner part is still there and it creates a full shape for the eye. Usually for anime eyes, you don't actually use spheres for the eyeballs. So what you do instead is you define the eye shape with the eye hole, I guess you could say. So looking at this face again, so you can see, if you look at the face, there is no eyeball. There is just an iris. And so what defines the shape of the eye is actually the eye opening, I guess you could call it. And so to make the eye opening, actually create a shape that would suggest, I guess, like a 3D sphere. This L shape is really, really useful. It kind of retains its shape whether you go up and down and to the side, and gives you actually more like view of the eye from the side, while also not looking wrong from the front. So the front view doesn't change. The side view just gets a bit more room, and then, you know, it creates a nice shape from the side view too. And then something you can also do is just rotate not only the eye hole, like the eye opening, but even the iris slightly back so that it looks something like this. This just gives your eye even more space from the side, so you can see even more of it. You can see here now, for example, if I look at the eye, see how the eye is slightly tilted outwards. This just gives you this. If I look from the front, it looks fine. And then once I rotate outwards, see how we can still see the eye even from the side view. And this is usually what you see in drawn anime too. For the Guilty Gear models, they actually also have this kind of shape. This, I don't know what you would describe this. It's like a wave shape for the eye, which gives it a bit more volume from the side too. But the main thing that I wanted to show here is that the eyes are not perfectly pointing forward. They're slightly tilted outwards like this. And by the way, this model is from, of course, Guilty Gear, and you can get it from the ArcSys Discord server, where the people there basically try to get the models from the game and then prepare them so you can use them in Blender, for example. The last thing I want to talk about is something you cannot see from the front view and something you cannot see from the side view. But once you go to the 3/4 view, it'll be a bit more visible, which is the length basically from the eye here to the ear. Here you can see what I mean. This is the normal front view, normal side view looks fine. This is according to, of course, the references. And then once you rotate outwards, you can see like this distance seems a bit too long. We want to make it a bit, bring it a bit further towards the eye. Of course, you don't want to adjust it forward or sideways, because then you will notice it in the face. So how can we fix this? If you look at this from the bottom, it might be a bit more visible, especially once we show the topology. You can see how the jaw or the side of the face is kind of rounded like this. See how there's just like this slight inwards rotation for the jaw? Usually for human faces, for normal human faces, the jaw defines the outer edges of the face. But here, that is actually not the case. What creates this outer edge is not this edge that we talked about before, but something slightly further back, like the middle of this distance here. But then when you look at the side, of course, that doesn't really matter. So this shape still stays the same. It's just flat from this view. Front view is fine. Side view is fine. We want to fix the 3/4 view. And because the front and side view are not affected by this setup, we can bring the jaw further in, and this way create a more slimmer looking face from the 3/4 view. Let's say we bring it like in like this. All of a sudden it's like super thin. But side view, still the same. Front view, still the same. That's how you can make your face a bit slimmer if you think it looks a bit too wide from 3/4 view. If you want to learn more about 3D anime, make sure to check out my free 3D anime course here on YouTube. In there, I basically try to condense all the information that I have gathered over the last 2.5 years of creating my projects and learning things and researching things and testing things basically. And I've tried to put it all into this one course for free, which you can see and find on YouTube. So if you're curious about that and want to learn more and go more in depth in creating your own 3D anime, for example, make sure to check out the description where you'll find the link to it. Otherwise, I guess you can also just enjoy more of these clips if you want. So yeah, do whatever you want.